Hey everybody, glad you could connect for this week's episode of our drama series, Trinity 7. Now we've been having a lot of fun with this series and I hope you have as well. Today's episode is going to be really great, but before we get rolling, I just want to remind you of our main topic for this summer, and that is faith. Let's take a look at this definition of faith. Faith is trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. We can put our faith in God because we know that He is trustworthy. We can look at the things He's made in the world around us, or take a closer look at the difference He's made in our lives or the lives of our friends and family. We can look at the impact that He's had through history and read the stories of His faithfulness throughout the Bible. All of these things help us to know that God truly is trustworthy. Now, our drama series this summer is science fiction. It's all pretend. It happens in a future where people have learned to travel throughout the universe to different galaxies where they're sharing the good news of Jesus with other people. Let's take a look at this recap and see what happened last week on our episode of Trinity 7, and then we'll check out our new episode for this week. As a chosen team of the United Planetary Alliance, by the Intergalactic Minister, we solemnly swear to uphold the Trinity Oath of Protocol.
To show compassion.
To display kindness.
To act in humility.
To provide gentleness.
To demonstrate patience.
To offer forgiveness.
And to live love.
As we reach out to a struggling galaxy. Jax, Finnick.
Finn! Jax! Where do you think they are, Captain?
I'm not sure, Ari. Saros, what exactly is it that the Scythians are planning on doing?
The Rogons' plan to distract the Alliance military while the Scythians attack Alliance homeland seems effective, but to me, unacceptable.
What are we going to do?
Okay, we do not have time to try to get in touch with Jax and Finnick, but if I use the transponder, I can lock onto their location and I can find them with this. Ari, stay with Saros in the ship. I'll be back as soon as possible.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Could you tell me more of Jesus while we wait for Trinity Captain Mitchell and your friends? Yes, I know?
I would be happy to, Saros.
We shouldn't be out here in the first place.
I know we shouldn't, but we are. We are Alliance cadets, Finn. We shouldn't be on Scythia, but we are. We shouldn't be on a top secret mission, but we are. And we definitely shouldn't be helping a Scythian official defect and join the Alliance, but we are.
No.
Why are you waving your hands back and forth? Let me guess. There's someone behind us listening to this, isn't there?
Scythian security.
Finnick?
Yeah.
Run!
Tell me though, is it possible to tell other Scythians about Jesus so that they may get to know him too? Yes, I know?
Yes, I would love to help you tell your people about Jesus, Saros.
Thank you.
Did you find Jackson, Finnick?
Affirmative. We're on our way back to Trinity 7, but there were some complications.
Complications? Captain, we'll get things ready as much as possible.
We ready to go, Ari?
Captain, you made it back!
Only just. The Scythians will be onto us any second now. We don't have much time.
Should we take off, Captain?
Ari, where's Saros Umbra?
She went to go speak with the gate operator.
She's not back yet?
Not yet, sir.
Oh no.
No worries. All right, you three, make sure that the ship is ready to take off.
What are you gonna do, Captain?
I'm gonna go get Saros Umbra. I'll be right back. I want you three to make sure that the ship is ready to go the moment I return.
Yes, sir.
What else needs to be done, Ari?
You guys go ahead and look over your stations. I think I have everything, but I think it's best if you guys just check, okay?
Got it.
So, what happened out there?
I messed up.
Messed up.
Yes. Finnick wanted to stay with the ship, but I talked him into leaving with me to come and find you guys.
Jax, I didn't have to go with you. I'm just as much at fault as you.
I don't know, Finnick. If the Trinity Alliance Review Board saw my actions and what I did, I don't think that there's going to be a chance that I'll be a part of the Alliance at all.
Why would you say that, Jax?
Because I put the whole mission and the crew at risk. Because I didn't want to be patient. Because I didn't want to just stand around.
Jax, you were worried about Ari and the captain.
I know, Finnick, but you know that's just an excuse.
Listen, guys, we need to make sure that the ship is ready for takeoff. We can worry about this later.
Right. Sorry.
All right. Looks like we're about ready to go, Ari. Good work.
All right, Finnick. What else needs to be done?
Well, first of all, our captain and our guest of honor need to be on board our ship.
Right.
Other than that, we're pretty much ready to take off.
Status report.
Ready for takeoff, Captain.
Great. Saros was able to get them to open the gate for us, but we don't have much time.
Should I put the shields up, sir?
No, I'm afraid that would just give us away too quickly. Saros, go into the back and strap yourself in.
Understood, Trinity, Captain Mitchell. You will let me know if you need anything, yes or no?
Of course.
Sir,
We'll talk about it later, Jax. Right now, let's get off of Scythia.
Yes, sir.
All right, count us down, Finnick.
Yes, sir. Taking off in 5, 4, 3. Captain, hangar bay doors are closing again.
What?
They must be onto us.
Captain, what are we going to do?
Give me a second to think about it.
Captain Mitchell, Scythian security patrol just entered the hangar.
Finnick, do you remember what they taught you about the neutron fusion core at the Academy?
Of course, sir.
What was the number one thing that they told you to never do with the NFC when you were docked or in a hangar?
Well, never overload the positron count.
Exactly, and why not?
Well, doing so would cause an EMP within a 100-meter radius of the ship that would short out any electrical circuits nearby.
Exactly.
I'm on it, sir.
All right, everybody, get ready.
All right, EMP.
Get ready for takeoff.
All right, going, sir. Taking off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going.
All right, let's get far enough away from Scythian space to make a jump to light speed.
Captain, we got Scythian fighters launching from a different hangar.
How many of them?
About a dozen, sir.
Jack, shields up.
Yes, sir.
Power up the T7 laser, but do not fire until I give you order to do so.
Understood, Captain.
All right, find this location far enough from that station that we can make a light speed jump without them pulling us right back out.
Will do, Captain.
Shields are at maximum, Captain, and the lasers are all powered up and ready to go.
Great. Finnick, keep an eye on those fighters. Location for Jax.
Yes, sir. Also, the NFC is back to normal.
Perfect.
I found a location, sir. It's about 1,000 kilometers out.
That should work perfectly.
It should take us about 2.5 minutes to get there, as long as we don't have any.
Sir, we got fighters hot on our tail.
Alright, shields are stable, Captain. Permission to open fire on the enemy ships.
Hold your fire, Jax.
Hold fire. But Captain, they're already attacking.
But we're not.
But sir,
They're coming around for another pass, sir.
Finnick,
Shields at 87% now.
we just need a little bit more time.
I can buy us more time by taking down those fighters, Captain.
We're not taking out any Scythian fighters, Jax.
Then why did you have me arm the lasers, sir?
Sir, they're launching grappling drones at us now.
They're going to try to disable the ship.
That's why we're gonna need those lasers, Jax.
You want me to take out the grappling drones, sir?
They're tiny. It's gonna take an excellent marksman. You think you can handle it, Jax?
You better believe it, sir.
Fire when ready. Everything all right there, Jax?
Captain Mitchell, I
A lot on your mind?
guess that's it.
So tell me, Jax, what has you thinking so hard?
This whole entire mission.
It certainly was a crazy one.
Yes, sir, it was. Captain, I'm not so sure I'm cut out for this.
Why do you say that? Because you made some mistakes?
Some mistakes? I nearly blew the entire mission.
I see. So tell me, Jax, what did you do that was wrong?
Sir, I didn't want to wait for you and Ari any longer. I mean, I directly disobeyed your orders. I made Finnick do the same by making him leave the ship. And you made it very clear that you wanted us to stay with the ship.
Yep, that's about how I see it as well.
So, I don't think that I'm cut out to be a part of the Trinity Alliance, sir.
That, however, is not how I see it.
Captain?
I guess it's part of the crazy thing that Jesus has done to me.
What exactly do you mean, Captain?
Jax, knowing Jesus has changed the way that I see situations.
I don't quite understand what you mean, sir.
As your captain, I could look at your decision and see the mistakes that you made. I could look at the fact that you jeopardized the mission. You put the lives of your crew at risk. But tell me, Jax, if you were faced with that decision again, would you do the same thing?
No, of course not, sir.
Exactly, Jax. It reminds me of all the times that I've failed Jesus. The times that I've directly disobeyed his commands or done the exact thing that he told me not to. And yet, God has never told me that I'm not cut out for this. He's never decided that I can't serve him. Jax, we all mess up sometimes. It's sometimes even on purpose. And yet, God wants us to learn from those mistakes. He wants people who are willing to get up, and even though they fail, they commit themselves to doing better the next time.
I guess so, sir.
Let me tell you, Jackson, as the captain of a ship, I know that I'm never going to have a crew that doesn't make mistakes. So I prefer to have a crew that can learn from the mistakes that they do make. And then the next time turn around and not make those mistakes. So tell me, what was the next direct order that I gave you that you questioned after the one where I told you to stay with the ship?
Well, I guess that would have been not to fire on the Scythian ship.
Exactly, and did you follow that order?
Yes, sir.
Even though it did make sense to you at the time?
Yes, sir. I guess I see what you mean now, Captain Mitchell.
Good.
Sir, how did you know that the Scythians were going to send grappling drones and that I should focus on those instead of focusing on the enemy fighters?
I didn't.
You didn't? Well then why didn't you have me fire on the Scythian ships?
Again, Jax, it's because knowing Jesus helps me see situations differently.
What do you mean?
The Scythians may be allied with the Rogon and at war with the Alliance, but they still matter to God. Jax, our fight is not against the Scythians. It's about the sin that holds them captive. Jax, why would we shoot at a prisoner?
Wow. I never thought about it like that, Captain.
Like I said, it's this crazy thing that Jesus has done to me.
I'm amazed, Captain. And ready to serve, as long as you'll still let me.
Of course.
I'm astonished by this conversation. This Jesus that you follow continues to amaze me. You have been following him for a long time, Trinity Captain Mitchell? Yes or no?
That I have, Saros, and honestly, he continues to amaze me as well.
And me too.
That is some kind of alarm, Trinity Captain Mitchell, yes or no?
Yeah, that means we've reached the end of our hyperspace jump. Let's go see if we can get in touch with the Intergalactic Minister and tell him what's going on.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty fun to think about the idea of living out in space or traveling and seeing other galaxies, isn't it? But I was thinking about it. We face a lot of problems here on Earth, and I'm pretty sure that if we were out in space, we would face even more problems. In our lives, we're going to go through bad situations or problems, but having faith in God can change the way that we see and deal with those problems. As a matter of fact, that's what our bottom line today is all about. Knowing Jesus changes the way you see a problem. If you're having a hard time or feeling alone, just remember, God is always with you. If you're having a tough time with another person, maybe the way that they're acting or how they're treating you, just remember how forgiving God is to you. Knowing Jesus can change our whole perspective on the problems that we face every day. Sound incredible? That's because it is. Because He is. Jesus is so amazing. And seeing the world through His eyes can change our whole perspective. Well, that's all the time that we have for this week, but I hope you'll join us next week for our final episode of Trinity 7.